was a fantastic session today. I think some of the insights for me were really about the importance of collaboration and the fact that even in an environment as complex as healthcare, it comes down to how people can work together and how people can find an environment where they can innovate and they can try new things and they can have the freedom to fail and the freedom to do things differently. You know, the future of being patient-centric was a huge theme of the discussion today. And there's a couple of insights I sort of had around that. One is really the fact that it's the patient that will draw the use of technology into healthcare and will change the way that healthcare is delivered. And secondly, the fact that there will be such a big challenge and an affront, not an affront, but a challenge to healthcare professionals when the patient is in charge. And I think some of the comments made by the panelists around, you know, in the future, doctors will be like any other professional. They'll need to do what the patient wants. We need a sustainable healthcare system, and we need a healthcare system that can embrace technology and use it in the right way. And for us, collaboration and partnerships across the different groups within healthcare is so important for that to work well. And anything that we can do to help facilitate that discussion, to support collaboration in healthcare and to support innovation in healthcare so that technology is used in a way that makes the healthcare system more sustainable, it's good business for us. One of my takeaways from Gus Norris from Bupa was really the passion of the private sector to try to do things differently. The recognition from the private sector that they could really make a difference, that they spend a lot of money, that they could change the way healthcare works. And I love that optimism. From Mick Reed, who is obviously from McKinsey, but has had a long experience in government in terms of managing public health. You know, I think he was great in terms of some of his ability to articulate those constraints and the things in the workforce, and he talked about, you know, registration of different specialities and the constraints that creates and how do we overcome those, and just the sort of the practicality of what it really means to move a public sector. From Professor Boyage, always inspiring to listen to him. And what it said to me is we've talked a lot about the need for passionate clinical leaders to drive change. And I think what we saw with Professor Boyage was a passionate clinical leader who wants to drive change and innovate.